Hello students, welcome you all. Now we are going to discuss about how to find square root. In the previous classes, we have discussed about square. So what is square? When we multiply one number, say suppose 5, with the same number or the number itself, that means you multiply 5 into 5, then you get 25. We can say 25 is a square number. And who is the root number here? That means the number multiplied by itself. Who is the number itself? Number is 5. That means 5 is multiplied with itself. So 5 into 5 equal to 25. We can say 5 is the root number. So we say square 25 is the square number, 5 is the root number. Therefore we can say square root of 25 is 5. In short, square root has a symbol. The symbol is like this. Okay, this is the symbol. Okay, this is the best right symbol. So square root symbol, we write this square root in the symbolized form. This is the symbol. We can write it like this: square root of 25 is equal to 5. Okay, now similarly 1 square equal to 1, we can say square root of 1 is 1. 3 square equal to 9, therefore we can say square root of 9 is equal to 3 or is 3. Well, this is square root. Okay, there is one more concept. Suppose 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Similarly, we can, in other words, we can say square root of 9 equal to 3. But minus 3 into minus 3 is also equal to 9. So we can say square root of 9 is minus 3 also, isn't it? But here in this chapter we are going to discuss about positive square root. So square root may be positive or negative. So here we are going to discuss about only positive square root. Therefore we can say positive square root of 9 equal to 3. The negative square root will be minus 3 na? But we are going to consider only positive square roots. So now we will move to see how to find square root. Here, if you can remember that there was a method in which we are finding square numbers like 1. Okay, 1 was a odd number, 1 was equal to 1. Now 1 plus 3, 1 is odd number, 3 is another odd number, was equal to 4, and 4 was a square number. Similarly 1 plus 3 plus 5, all are consecutive odd numbers starting from 1. Now it is equal to 9, therefore we can say 9 was a square number. Similarly 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, all are consecutive odd numbers is equal to 16, and you know that 16 is a square number. Now how to find square root? If we can add consecutive odd numbers, then similarly we can subtract the consecutive odd numbers to find square root. Now let's find the square root of a number. So suppose 25 is a square number, we know. Now 25 minus 1 equal to 24. Again 24 minus the next odd number is 3 will be equal to 21. 21 minus next odd number is 5 will be equal to your 16. 16 minus next odd number is 7 equal to 9. 9 minus next odd number is 9 will be equal to 0. Now you see how many times we multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. Therefore 5 square equal to 25, or root over of 25 we can say equal to 5. Okay na? See, in this way we can find the square root by repeated subtraction. Okay, so this method we can say repeated subtraction method. Another method is there. that is prime factorization. So this method we are going to use frequently. So let's try. We'll have an example. So suppose example is 81 is a square number. Okay, we'll find square root of 81. Now prime factorization. Now you know that 3 is the smallest prime number. Okay, that is a factor of 81. Now 3, it will be 27. 27 into 3, 81. Now again 3, 3, then it will be 9 3 is 27, then again 3, it will be 3. Now you see the prime number is there in the end. So you can say 81, 81 equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now you can see there are two pair of 3. So we can say root over of 81 is equal to, we will take one pair, one number from this pair and one number for this pair, 3 into 3, which will be equal to 9. So root over of 81 is equal to 9. Similarly, there is another example, root over of 324. Now we have find the prime factors, 2, 161, again 2, 81, 3, 27, 3, 9, 3, 3. Now 324 can be written as 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 3. Now you can see there are one pair of 2, one pair of 3 and again one pair of 3. So we can write root over of 324 is equals to, we'll take one 2 from here, one 3 from here, one 3 from here. 2 into 3 into 3, which will be equal to 3 into 3, 9, 9 to the 18. So 18 will be the square root of 324. So this method is called prime factorization method, because we are finding only the prime factors. You can see only prime numbers we are finding. Okay. Okay. Now we'll move further forward. Now there is only examples. So please try all the examples and exercise. So we'll move into the exercise. Okay, exercise is there. Here it is. Okay, from question number 1 we will try. Okay, here you see exercise 6.3. We'll start from question number 1. What could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following number? Now if you can remember, we can say suppose 27 is a number. Okay, square of 27, when we will find the square of 27, you can say what will be the unit place of the square of 27. You know that 7 square is 49. Therefore, the unit place of the square of 27 will be 9. Okay. Now similarly we can find which number, what could be the possible one digit of square root. Okay. Now you say square of which unit place number or one digit number ends with 1. We know that 1 square equal to 1. That means it may be 1, or 2 square is equal to 4. It's not. 3 square equal to 9. So it is also not. 4 square equal to 16. It is also not. 5 square equal to 25. It is also not. 6 square equal to 36 is also not. 7 square equal to 49 is also not. Then 8 square equal to 64. 9 square equal to 81. Here you can see again 1 arises. So what could be the possible one digit of the square root of each of the following number? So for I, you can say the possible one digit of the square root of number 9801 will be, or maybe not will, maybe 1 or 9. Isn't it? 1 or 9. Similarly, you say for this number I, because here 6 is there, then what can be the unit place? Unit place can be 4 and also can be 6. So here answer will be 4 or 6. Here you can see 1. 1 means again 1 or 9. Here you can see 25. 25 is 5 only. 5 square is 25. That means 5. So answer will be 5 for IV. Now we'll move to question number 2. Without doing any calculation, find the number which are surely not perfect square. You can see in this number the unit place is 3. Now square of any number cannot end with 3, or unit place of any square number cannot be 3, because you just found that 1 square equal to 1, 2 square equal to, for any of the square of a one digit number was not ending with 3, so this will not be a square number. 7 again it cannot be, there is no 7 on square of one digit numbers. Now 8 was also, there is no 8, but 1 was there. Okay, so this number can be a square number, but these three numbers cannot be square number. This may be, this number may be a square number. Okay, this is a square number. Okay, if you find, it will be a square number or it may be a square number. We don't need to find whether square number or not, but we have to find that surely not perfect square. So these three numbers are definitely not perfect squares. Now we will move to another question, question number 3. Find square root of 100 and 169 by the method of repeated subtraction. So here we have to repeatedly subtract and find the square root. Okay, there are two questions. We will try only one. Okay, and you try the other. I will start with 100. 100 will first subtract 1. 100 minus 1 equal to 99. Then 99 minus, next odd number is 3, will be equal to 96. Then 96 minus 5 will be equal to 91. 91 minus 7 will be equal to 84. Then 84 minus 9 will be equal to 75. Then again 75 minus 11 will be equal to 64. Now 64 minus 13 will be equal to 51. Now 51 minus 17 will be equal to, not 15 first, sorry, 15 will be equal to 36. Now 36 minus 17, next odd number is 17, will be equal to 19. Finally 19 minus next odd is 19 will be equal to 0. So if we get 0, then the number will be a square number. Now you see how many times we have subtracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Therefore, as we have subtracted 10 number of times, 100 root over will be equal to 10. Okay. Similarly, you please find 169. Now we will move to another question. Question number 4. Find the square root of the following numbers by prime factorization. Now we will try, there are 10 numbers. We have to find the prime factorization of each number. We will try only one. We will try this one, 7744. 7744. Now we will do the prime factorization of it. Let's try with 2. Here it will be 2 3 is 6. Then 2 8 is 16. Then 2 7 is 14. 2 2 is 12. Again 2 2 1 is 2. 2 9 is 18. 2 3 is 6. And 2 6 is 12. Now again 2 2 9 is 18. Then 2 6 is 12. 2 8 is 16. Okay, now again we'll use we'll divide by 2. Now 2 4 is 8. 2 8 is 16. 2 4 is 8. Again 2 2 2 is 4. Then 2 4 is 8. 2 2 is 4. Okay. Again 2 2 1 2 1. Okay. Again here it will be 11. 11 11 is 121. So we can write 7744 equals to 1 2 3 pair of 2. Okay. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 11 into 11. Now square root of 7744 will be equal to, just pair them, and take one number from each pair. 2 into 2 into 2. 3 pair of 2 are there. 3 2s you have taken into 111. Now it will be equal to 2 will be 6 into 11 will be 66. So answer will be here 66. Root over of 7744 will be 66. In this way you try, and please try to solve all of them. All of them will be in similar fashion. Now we'll move to question number 5. See, for each of the following number, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. Okay, so what we have to do? Find the smallest number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Let's try with this number. There are 6 numbers, all will be done in the same fashion. We will try only one. Okay, 1008. So first what we will do? We will find the prime factorization. Okay, so prime factorize it. 2 5 are 10, 2 0, 2 4 are 8. Okay, now again 2 2 are 4, 2 5 are 10, then 2 2 are 4. Again 2 1 are 2, 2 2 are 4, 2 6 are 12. Okay, again 2 6 are 12, 2 3 are 6. Now you can see there is a 2 cannot be with the product of 63, so we will try with 3. 3 2 is 6, 3 1 is 3. Again 3, it will be 7, 3 7 is 21. Okay, this much. Okay, so we can write 1008 will be equal to 2 2. Okay, 4 2s, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, then 2 3s into 3 into 3 into 7. So we need another 7. 7 is not in pair. 2 2 are pair, 3 is pair, 7 is not in pair. Here 7 is not in pair. So we need to multiply 7 with 1008. So 1008 into 7 will be equal to here 7056. Okay, this will be the number. Now again it is saying also find the square root of this square number so obtained. So square number is this. So square number is 7056. We can write square number will be 7056. Okay, again what you have to do? You have to find the square root of 7056. Now 7056. Okay, we can start with 7. Okay, because it will be easier for us. Now 7 1 0 0 8. Okay, na? I will try with this 2. Repeat this 2 5 0 4 2 2 5 2. Again 2 126. Again 2 yes, so 63. Now again 3, it will be 21. Again 3, then 7. So you will write it now 7056 equals to 2 2 for 2's 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, then 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Now all of them are in pair 2 2 3 3 7 7. So root over of 7056 will be equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. We just multiply and you will find the answer. Okay, so question number 5 is you can try all the other numbers in this way. Okay, now we will go to question number 6. Okay, here for each of the following number find the smallest number by which it should be divided. Okay, so as to get a perfect square number. So here we have to divide. Okay, let's try. We'll try one of the number. So let's try this number here, 2800. Just prime factorize it. It will be okay. First we will try with 2, then it will be 2 1 2 4 0 0, again 2 7, then 0 0, again 2 3 is 6, 2 5 is 10, 0, again you can use 2 1, then 2 5 is up to 6, 2 7 is 14, yes 7, then 10, then 2 5 is 10. Now you can use 5 here, 5 3 is 15, then 25, right? So 5 5 is 25, again 5 7 is 35. Now look at the figure, look at the question. Yes, so by which it should be divided? Look at it. Now 2 is in pair, 2 is in pair, 5 is in pair, 7 is not in pair. If we divide 7 with this number, then we will get a perfect square. You can write 7 is not in pair, so we need to divide 7. Then 2800 divided by 7 will be equal to 7 4s are 2800, so 400. Now 400 is a square number, so 400 is a square number. Now you find the square root of 400 by prime factorization. Again 400, you put 2 200, again put 2 100, again 2 50, again 2 25, then 5 5 is 25. So you can write it now. 400 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So root over of 400 will be equal to, now pair them, so 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. Now it will be equal to 5 to the 10, 10 into 2 20. So answer will be 20. Okay, in this way you can solve, and you try to solve all the other problems in the similar fashion. Okay, next question, question number 7. The student of class VIII, means class 8 of a school, donated 2401 in all. Okay, this much rupees they have donated for Prime Minister National Relief Fund. Okay, so find the okay, no, each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Okay, this is the important statement. Each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Find the number of students in the class. We will assume here, let each student donated X rupees. Then number of students equal to also X. Now as per the question, X into X will be equal to 2401. 2401 implies X square equal to 2401, implies X will be equal to root over of 2401. Now you find root over of 2401 here, 2401. Now you can see it is divisible by 7, then 7 3s are 21, then 30, 7 4s are 28, then again 7 3s are 21. So again 7, 7 7 5 is 35, so you take 7 4 that 28, then 7 9 is 63, again 7 7 is 49. So root over of 2401 will be equal to once you can take one pair from this 7 and one 7 from this pair. So 7 into 7, which will be equal to 49. So how many number of students are there? Find the number of students in the class. So there are 40 number of students. Okay, you can write, so in the school there are 40 number of students. Okay, now we'll move to question number 8. One second, where is it? Here it is. Okay, let's read the question. 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that each row contains as many flowers as the number of rows. Okay, find the number of rows in the rows and the number of plants in each row. Okay, so total number of plant is, you can write total plant equal to 2025. Okay, now this is the most important statement. Each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. That means the number of plant is equal to, in each row is equal to number of rows. So let number of row equal to x, then number of plant in each row equal to also x. So x into x is equal to total plant 2025 implies x square equal to 2025 implies x equal to root over of 2025. Now in the here you can find root over 2025. 2025 it will be, first you can use 5 for the 20, then 0 5 5 the 25. Okay, then again 5 5 8 ja 40, 5 1 ja 5, then again you can use 3, here 3 27, here again 3, then 9, then 3 3. Now 2025 equals to 5 3 3. Okay, 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, so all are in pair. Therefore root over of 2025 equal to 5 1 5 from here and 1 3 and 1 3 into 3 into 3, which will be equal to 5 into 3 15 into 3 45. Okay, so you can say find the number of row. So number of row is 25 and the number of plant in each row, number of plant in each row is also 45. Okay, so this is the solution of question number 8. Then we will move to the next one, question number 9. Now here you see question number 9 and 10 are of one type, same type of question. Okay, each have the same method. If you go through the same method, then you can solve both the question. Now let's read the question. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 4 9 10. Here the question, find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 8 15 20. Same number, baki the numbers the same question, numbers are different. Okay, we'll try only one, that is question number 10 we'll try. Find the smallest number. Okay, we have to find the smallest number which is divisible by each of the numbers. A number is divisible by 8, that means the number must be factor of multiple of 8. Okay, the number must be multiple of 8, similarly multiple of 15 and multiple of 20 also. So the number must be multiple of 8, 15 and 20. So LCM equal to, or LCM of 8, 15, 20 will be 8, 15, 20 LCM. You find it here. You put 2, 2 for the 8, then here it will be 15, then 2, 10 the 20. Again you put 2, 2 2 the 4, then 15, then 2 5 the 10. Again you can put 5. You just write 2, 2 5 the 2 3 the 15 and 2 1. Now LCM equal to, LCM equals to 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 2 into 3. So 2 into 2 into 5 into 2 into 3. Now just multiply them. 2 into 2 is 4 into 5, 20, 20 into 6, 120. So LCM is 120. So we can set 120 is a number which is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. But we need a smallest square number. Is 120 a square number? Let's find. Here prime factorization of 120 is, find the prime factorization of 120. 2 you can first start with 2, 2 6 12, then 0, 2, then it will be 2 3 30. Okay, then again 2, it's 15, then you can try 3 5. Okay, this much. So we can write 120 equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Now you see which numbers are in pair. This 2 is in pair. Now another 2, this is not pair. 3 and 5, they are not pair. Therefore here 2, 3, 5 are not in pair. So we need to multiply 2, 3 and 5 with what? With 120. Okay, so the number will be 120 into 2 into 3 into 5, which will be equal to 5 3 is 15 into 30. So 30 into 120 will be 360, then 0, another 0. So 3600 will be the number. Okay, so 3600 will be the number which is divisible by each of the number 8, 15 and 20, and this will be the smallest number. So in this way you please try question number 10 and also question number 9 will be the same way you have to try. Okay, so this is the end of this exercise. Now you please try all these exercises and submit the copies in the group. Okay, thank you.